Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and hope you have a Happy New Year's. I guess tomorrow's New Year's Eve. What I'm doing, I came out here to spend the night. It's part of a county park, but it's just a boat ramp. I'm in the parking lot to the boat ramp. And what I'm going to do, hopefully, I'm going to see if I can use this Coleman oven without any modifications. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight, but in the morning for breakfast, I am going to try to bake in it without any I see people putting welding blankets, pizza stones in the bottom, aluminum foil on them, all kind of stuff. What I will do is put some aluminum foil in the bottom of it just to help clean up my mess. But we're going to do that. If you'll stay tuned until in the morning, we'll see if we can do it. I'm not saying we can, but I do know I used that one of Blaine's at Flat Broke Outdoors. I didn't have a problem in the world, and he does great with it. He doesn't have any mods, so we'll see if we can do it. This will be my first time with the one I got, and second time ever using one. Got a couple other things we're going to try out, so if you get a chance, hit that like and subscribe button, and stay tuned long enough to see how this oven works out at least. Let me give you a peek of where we're at here. If I can get turned around, I don't know. Let's see, here we go. River's looking pretty sporty. Most of the ice is off of it finally. Just when I was going to try to do an ice fishing video with that chilling reel that Dave from Texas sent me, which it ought to be perfect for ice fishing. You're standing right over the hole anyway. Wow, I don't know what happened there, but I must have hit a button. Anyway, it is, I don't know, probably, let's see. It is 20 minutes till 5, and it's already getting dark. It's about 40 degrees with a wind chill of, I think they said it was 34. So, I don't know. We're gonna stir around here. I had a stove mounted in there, and I didn't like the way my oven set on it, so I'm gonna put my Coleman stove in there, and I'm trying to rig it up where it'll work like the other one did, where I could just hook to the propane from the bottom of the cabinet. So we'll see. I got a little bit of work to do, but bear with me, and this ought to be a good one. The only thing I've got is, this is actually a county park up here, and it is closed. This part of the park is open because of the boat ramp. And I don't know, there's always a possibility they'll show up in the middle of the night and tell me to leave. But you can see up there they have a cable across, and at the other entrance to the campsites on the other end they have a cable. But we're going to see what happens. All right, guys. I will get back with you when something else happens. We'll see. Oh, morning, everybody. We are going to try out the Stanley French press this morning. I don't know, I guess there's a couple of ways you can do this. Some of it says boil your water and then add the coffee. Some people add the coffee and boil it in there with the water, I guess like a cowboy coffee. And I'm not sure which way is correct. So, we're just going to get the water going. And Stanley actually says don't get the water to a boil, to just get it where it's simmering. So I don't know. If you know, leave me a note in the comments. Like I say, I'm new at this. Actually, I still like my old Stanley pour over, which works great, makes an excellent cup of coffee. But I've always wanted one of these, and somebody was nice enough to go shopping on my Amazon list and get me one. Thanks, Marie. You got a chance last night to tune into that live I did. I wasn't really intending to go live. I was looking at it and trying to figure everything out. And next thing you know, I was live. And I don't know, it's pretty good for my first time, I hope. And I know I didn't get a chance to say thank you to everybody, but I do appreciate everybody that tuned in. Or if you even watched it later, I really appreciate that. Normally, if I see something lasts an hour, I'm not going to watch a whole lot of it, but unless I really get caught up in it. Still dark outside this morning. I don't even know what time it is. Apparently it is 6:47, so I've been up almost 2 hours. I just been lazy. Watched a YouTube video. 32 degrees, snow forecasted for the next hour. Well, it's dark enough out there, I can't tell if it's snowing. And really, I probably don't want to know, or I'd be packing up and getting out of here. So, instead of watching this water boil, I'm going to cut you off. And like I said in the first part of the video, which was actually yesterday afternoon, I'm going to try that Coleman camp oven without any mods whatsoever, just straight up out of the box. I did heat it up yesterday. I probably had it up to, I don't know, 375 for 30, 45 minutes, just in case there was any oil on it from manufacturing and stuff like that. So I've got it burnt off good, and hopefully I've got the burner centered under it. We're going to try to make biscuits this morning. I don't know, through the power of video, I guess I can make them look like I want to if I have to take a butane torch and brown the top of them. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to try it just like it is. And everybody complains about the thermometer on the front. Well, if you read the front of it, it doesn't really say it's a thermometer. It says it's a heat indicator. So I think what you really have to do is just find you a spot that works best for you. If it says, like, I'm going to make these Jiffy buttermilk biscuits this morning, it says to preheat oven to 450. I don't believe I would go by 450 on that dial. I think I'm just going to try to get it at a good, steady, comfortable temperature and adjust the time instead of the temperature. But let me get my coffee done. I'm going to have to unhook my propane from the heater and hook it to the stove. Then we'll get over there and make biscuits. All right, I'll get right back with you. All right, folks, we have got our coffee made. We've got our oven heating up. Right now we're up to just a little over 100 degrees. Coffee's hot, but it's tasty. Let's see if we can't throw these biscuits together and make something out of it. And just for the sake of not making a mess, I think I'm going to make drop biscuits instead of rolling them out or patting them out on a floured surface. I do have a cutting board down there, but I'm fairly certain if I try that, I'm going to make a huge mess. Take a cursory look at these directions, not like we're really going to follow them, but it says turn on a lightly floured surface, knead 2 or 3 times, roll or pat out to a 1/2 inch thick, cut with 2 1/2 inch floured cutter, place on an ungreased baking sheet, bake 10 to 12 minutes. Yeah, something like that. I do actually have my measuring cups. You know, some of the stuff I have in my van is really better than what we work with at the house. And it's all, you know, everything in here came from a yard sale, a junk store, or Goodwill or something, excuse me. Goodwill somewhere. Don't have a whole lot in anything except what was given to me as a gift, or, you know, you can pretty much bet I didn't buy it. Unless my wife felt sorry for me and bought me something. You know, really, for a drop biscuit, I'm not sure a 1/2 cup of water will be enough, but it may be. Fairly certain the people at Jiffy know more than I do. want to get my hands in there so bad. I tell you what, mess or not, we're gonna, man, housekeeper needs to show up. First thing I'm gonna do is get a little on my fingers before I wipe this off. I'm gonna have to get in here and get with it on this. I set it, well, there you go, already making a mess. Let me find something to put this on and work with it. I don't know that. This may or may not be a good idea, people. But who in the world paints their countertops black anyway? Well, I could use just a little spot of water in here, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I may have to. Not really coming together for me here. Well, you know how this goes. Come on now. Start out by adding a little drop of water. Then you got to add a little drop of flour because you got too much water. Then you got to add more water because you got too much flour. This could go on forever. Well, let's get it out here and just... I would have liked for that to come together a little better, but it may when we need it. What did it say? 2 or 3 times, or 3 or 4 times? More times the better, or something, I don't know. It is starting to break daylight out there, and I'm not seeing any snow. Well, not that daylight yet, I guess. Let me try to roll that out before I overwork this dough. Probably some professional bakers out there going crazy watching me do this right now. Well, looks like a rolling pin to me. I don't know how many inches it says to roll this out, but I'm thinking at this point it don't matter. Let's cut them bad boys right there. Huh, can't believe that. It worked. Well, I should have saved buying a sausage can for a biscuit cutter, but I didn't. Tell you what we do have though. Thanks to my buddy Dave down in Texas, we have a small cup. Let's see if this will work. There we go. That looks like a biscuit. And this isn't a beauty contest, so we'll just... And you know, if you ever made homemade biscuits, you're going to end up with one ugly one. That's just inevitable. Take that leftover dough that didn't work out in your cutting process. Let's try to flatten that out a little bit. Tell you what, I cut that heater off last night before I went to sleep. And I never got cold. Of course, my head was sticking out from under the covers. And I wasn't wearing my beanie hat. So now this morning I'm kind of sniffling and sneezing a little bit. Trying to keep it off camera, but you know how that goes. This microphone, I got one set that ain't worth nothing. Then I got this set. They're like overachievers, I guess. They pick up everything. All right, we're going to throw the ugly biscuit in there. Squeeze it in there where we can. Our oven says it's at, about 290, almost 300. I think if I get that bad boy up to 300, I'm throwing these biscuits in there. Shoot. Let's go in with them, just see what happens. I'll tell you what, before we do that, I know that don't look real sanitary, but it is, sort of. We're going to go ahead and throw these things in here. And I'm putting them on the top shelf because my theory is heat rises, and maybe it'll hold that heat at the top of the oven to help brown them on top as well, or without burning the bottom. We'll see. Who knows? Let me clean this mess up, and then I'll get back with you. We'll take a look at these biscuits then. All right, folks, we're going to see what we got going on here. Like I said, I got it up 300 when I stuck them in. Then a little later, I did crank it up a little bit. But the hottest it's gotten since I put them in there was 350. And I took them out and took a peek. They are done. They did get brown on top. See, the bottom's not too terribly bad. And I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably could in a better light. Anyway, let me see if I can zoom in on them a little bit. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Most of my ideas aren't. See if that'll focus. All right, folks, that is biscuits in the Coleman oven with no mods whatsoever. And I'll show you that bottom again. Not too bad if you ask me. Good enough for me anyway. Ooh. And they are hot. Let me go ahead and throw some butter on these. I may need a better tool. I don't know. These tools will work. I got some eggs frying over there that I'm probably doing something bad to right now. Yeah, I need to flip those. Oh man, not there. That one's kind of falling apart, but that's a manufacturer error. That's what it's supposed to look like. Probably not going to eat more than 3 of them. So I'll save that last thing of butter for something else. All right, I don't even know if this is... Let's see if you want to watch me tear up these eggs trying to flip them with that baby spatula. We'll try it. We'll see. Actually, I don't have my baby spatula. This is probably going to be too big. You know, I should have separated them. Or at least got a decent skillet. I have another one. Well, busted one yolk. Not bad. They did get a little hot, I guess. Anyway, good enough for who it's for. And I got a little sliced ham here I'm going to throw in there when those eggs are done. Heat that up a little. We're going to call it breakfast, folks. So, at this point, I don't know what else to tell you. That is somewhere over there. That is the biscuits cooked And this is my first time cooking in that oven. Second time ever using a Coleman oven. There you go, homemade biscuits. Well, homemade biscuits right out of the box. Jiffy buttermilk biscuit mix. Can't beat it. All right, people, we're going to get some of these on the plate. Tell you what, I might not even heat that ham up. It's been sitting out for a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not even going to try that. Kind of some shaved ham. Some we had left over from Christmas, and then I just ran it through the slicer. There you go, that's breakfast. Ooh, that's hot. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Well, I'll tell you what, we may come back. Hopefully the snow gets cranked up, and then we'll drive home in the snow, and I'll try to see if I can get a camera going to do it. All right, folks, hang with us. Get a chance, hit like and subscribe.